but can't seem to be dealt with because we seem to be too concerned about what other people think. You know, a few years ago, there was a county commissioner here in Charlotte by the name of Bill James, and he made a comment on, I think in a newspaper, it could have been the Charlotte Observer, I'm not sure, but he said that the African American children in CMS, the Charlotte Mecklenburg schools, were living in a quote-unquote moral cesspool. And man, you should have seen the outpour of just vitriol. I mean, people were just incensed about how could this man, because Bill James is a white man, and he made these comments, and people were just outraged in the black community. They were calling up to the radio stations. They were just livid. They were calling for his ouster. And this was back like in 2002 or something. It's a long time ago. And I couldn't help but remember thinking back then, as I heard people calling in on the radio and talking about how evil and racist this man was, and I thought the comments were insensitive. At least I can't really judge whether someone is racist or not based on that, because if you start calling people racist based on comments they make, are you saying it because they're comments they make in public, or are you saying that because you don't know what they are saying at home? You're saying they're not a racist because they don't make comments like that in public. I think we do a whole lot, way too much judging of racist versus non-racist, because the truth really hurts. Our kids are living in a moral cesspool. I mean, it's horrible. The music and the things that they're getting pumped into their eardrums day after day after day after day, over and over again. They go home, they hear it, they see it on television. These shows are meant basically promoting sex and violence, and we wonder why our children are failing, and why the dropout rate is over 60%. Well, I mean, I'm trying to figure out, how are we wondering why that is? It's obvious why that is, but nobody wants to deal with the right problem. Nobody wants to deal with the real issue. They all want someone to fight. It's somebody else's problem. It's somebody else's issue. They're the reason, and we don't have the money, and we don't have this. You have everything you need. See, the problem is we allow ourselves to be deceived. And we think because money could be the issue. We think because someone's going to, because we think because we need leadership, we need someone to lead us, to tell us what to do. The fact that we as African Americans always seem, and this is perception, to be behind the eight ball in a lot of areas, is because we put ourselves there. The fact that we even talk, some of us, about who's the black leader, and ever since Martin Luther King and those days and civil rights movement, who's the black leader now? It's the most ridiculous thing I can ever imagine. There's no other race on earth that even discusses such a thing. I mean, the fact that you need a leader means that you need a leader. I mean, the fact that you need someone to tell you what's right and what's wrong and what to do will always mean that you will be in a position of always looking for someone to tell you what to do, and never actually changing your mind state to create the reality that you want. To me, it's just like we've gotten hypnotized or something. We bought into what the media says and what they do, and we never deal with the real issues. People have more passion about whether someone made comments that were racist or not. They're calling in and they're demanding this and demanding that, but they're not demanding that we have more parents that are helping and tutoring and mentoring children, black men mentoring kids. I mean, it's like they scatter and run away. And there are a lot of good programs out there that do a lot of great things for young African Americans. But it could be so much more. But we have this sense of apathy, like it's always someone else's job. It's your job. It's our job. It's our children.